Welcome to Mornings with Patty. I'm reading from The Courage to Change, and the topic is Sarcasm, June 15th. Many have fallen by the edge of the sword, but more have fallen by the tongue. This quotation calls attention to a weapon many of us have been known to use: sarcasm, the cutting remark, the snide innuendo, the scornful sneer, the rolling of the eyes. If I could see myself uttering these verbal assaults, and that's what they are, I would not be proud of the picture. So why do I do it? When I am angry or frustrated, I may get momentary satisfaction in scoring a hit. But does sarcasm get me what I really desire? Will attacking someone else help to solve the problems between us? Is this really the way I wish to behave? Of course not. Sometimes I feel helpless and angry. When that happens, I might try calling a friend, or I might try to go to a meeting where there may be a perspective offered. I might write down every nasty word I want to say and then read it to a friend. Sometimes it feels good to just let it out, but I need to do it appropriately and not hurt others needlessly in doing so. Afterward, I'll be better able to behave constructively and communicate in a way that I can be proud of, more loving. Most of us carry more than our share of shame, and I will not add to the problem by using cruel, clever words to humiliate a fellow human being. In doing so, I would be shaming myself. Everyone in any situation deserves and needs extra loving care. Wow. Many years ago, I was in a group therapy session where I was thinking I was being funny in this group of about 10 people. And I say something funny, and the therapist goes over to the person who I was targeting, and he says, "What did you think of when Patty said that to you?" And he says, "Like I always do when Patty talks and opens her mouth, I go numb. I'm unsafe." That was eye-opening, seriously. And I had no idea that my idea of being funny was hurtful to someone. I was being sarcastic. Sarcasm in a Greek ancient language means tearing flesh, and that is what we do when we are being sarcastic or passive aggressive or sardonic with somebody. We think we're being funny, but we're really hurting someone. We're verbally assaulting someone. And it sucks. I have given it out and I have received it. And the momentary hit of saying, "Oh, wasn't I funny?" was not worth the look of devastation of the face of the person I just assaulted. Think about that. Have you ever really observed someone after you thought you were being funny and watched their face? Watch the dejection, the hurt? To become a more loving person, and that's what my goal is here. That's what my goal is here, is to help us to become more loving in this divided world. Is it worth the adrenaline hit, the cortisol hit, the dopamine hit of being, "Look at me, I'm so funny"? No, it's not a loving world. What I want you to do today is I want you to take a look at yourself. Take out your journal and write all the places where you have hurt people, like where you thought you were funny. And look at the people's faces that you were being sarcastic to. And then what I want you to do is share that with somebody else. This is where I've been. This is what I've done. Admit to somebody else where you've been wrong. That's a hard thing for people, and that's why I read from The Courage to Change, is because it takes courage to look at your bullshit. And then after you've done that, look at all the persons you have harmed and be willing to make an amends to them by saying something like, Listen, I am so sorry I hurt you. I thought I was being funny, and I realize now I was just being full of myself. I was being a bullshit artist. I really want to make what's right into being what's right. I want to right the wrongs. And in order to do that, I'm going to stop being sarcastic. And that's what making an amends is like looking at your bullshit and then being willing to stop it. That hurts people. Now, there are people in the world, and I know a fucking lot of them. They're like, oh, you can choose to think and feel how you choose to think and feel. And that is the most unloving thing you can say after you've hurt someone. So fucking unloving. I know it because I've done it, and it's not right. It's unloving. And so, what I'm asking you to do is own your own bullshit and stop being an asshole. And with that, just know that I love you, but your efforts in trying to change yourself into a more loving person by looking at your own unconscious behaviors that push people away, and to have a space within you and around you that's more loving, caring, and giving. That's how we change the world. And I love you. Thank you so much. And I'm looking forward to doing this with you every single day. Like and follow.